and I'm the one person who's trying to speak up for my fellow people who are in wheelchairs.
Stranded at the airport for hours. Annoying for any traveler, but this Mesa woman needed wheelchair assistance, and she was forced to wait for hours overnight for a ride home.
Even worse, it was a service she says she reserved. Our Christine Stanwood is uncovering who's responsible.
It's been almost 20 years since I've had a family vacation, so my son and my daughter decided to take me on a trip to Los Cabos.
A tropical getaway years in the making.
We left Cabo Wednesday, April the 5th.
Sharan Rankin had no problem getting to Mexico, but coming home,
I felt totally helpless. I was stranded. I had just come back from a great vacation.
Rankin landed at Sky Harbor at 12:30 a.m. April 6. She says she reserved a ride home in advance through Valley Metro Paratransit.
They did not call me. So I called dispatch and I asked them, I said, well, what's going on?
On top of this, Rankin filing a claim for her wheelchair, which was damaged during travel. Finally, she got a call from Blue Van Shuttle Service, contracted by Valley Metro.
I asked him exactly where was I supposed to meet him at. And so he told me, Terminal 3, door 5.
She says she had help getting down to the door for pickup from airport officials, but waved them off since her ride was expected to be there. With 2 bags weighing over 90 pounds, she relied on Blue Van Shuttle Service to help with her bags since she was traveling by herself. But at this point, it's 1:20 in the morning, and she says no airport personnel was around at that hour.
A few minutes later, she called me back. He says, well, you're going to have security bring you out. I said, well, ma'am, there's nobody here. He says, well, you're going to have to take that luggage. You're going to take your luggage. You're going to put it on your lap, and you're going to have to roll it out because he's sitting out there waiting on you.
She says Blue Shuttle Service required her to bring both of her bags out to the curb. We spoke to Blue Van Shuttle Service over the phone. They admit they marked Rankin as a no-show.
I was hurt that a person's humanity did not kick in. They did not have empathy for me.
Blue Shuttle Service tells me per Sky Harbor policy, they cannot leave their vehicles unattended. Now it's almost 3 a.m.
Man, we don't have anybody. We're still working on it. I called them back at 2:45. Man, we're still working on it. We don't have anybody.
It wasn't until nearly 5 hours after Rankin landed that she gets a ride.
5 o'clock, I called them. And they said, oh, we finally have somebody to pick you up. And that was Quality Transport Service. Whenever Quality Transport Service picked me up, he came inside the terminal, and he actually grabbed my bags. I was sitting right there. I did not move, didn't want to miss my shuttle. He picked my bags up, and he took me out to my van, and to the shuttle. It was no problem.
Valley Metro initially said they did not have a record of Rankin's April 6 reservation for pickup, but we sent Rankin's reservation to Valley Metro, and they say they're now looking into it.
They should have had a backup plan. There's always room for a backup plan. If this doesn't happen, how are we going to get our people home?
So I did hear back a short time ago from Sky Harbor. They tell me that they're aware of the situation, and they want everyone to know phones are located in the terminal where you can call 24 hours a day for help. But Faye and Javier, they also say shuttle services, they can also leave their vehicle to help someone who needs it. This is as long as they have a permit in order to do so, as long as they have that proper permit. So in reality, that shuttle service, if they had that permit, they could have gone and helped her retrieve those bags, and she would have been home a lot earlier.
And nobody could have stepped up just at the airport. I mean, I get that there are not many people around at that time of day, but still. There's not one person?
That's what she said, hours, 5 hours left out there, and it's finally home at close to 7 a.m.
Do we know why Valley Metro passed it on to a third party?
They're contracted, right? So it's my impression that Valley Metro has different hubs. So they've got Ride Choice, and then Ride Choice is that dispatch, and they use services like Blue Van Shuttle Service, and then they call out to different transportation services. So she ultimately ended up getting Quality Standard, I believe, to get her home safely, which ironically was the first service that she used to go to the airport for her trip.
Wow.
Well, hopefully she has good memories of her vacation at least.
Yes.
Too much stress
Yes.
after a vacation.
Thank you.